Hey, so today we're going to be learning about comparative respiration systems. This is for our vital signs unit in medical detectives. We're going to be looking at comparing human respiration to insect, fish, bird, and amphibian, like frog respiration. So I only have a 5-minute recording session here, so it's going to be a little bit brief, but we'll get you through it. So we'll start off by looking at the systems, and then we'll be looking at some articles about those particular ones. And then you as the student are going to be writing a short paragraph about how this animal's respiration compares with human respiration. So to get us started here, this is our human respiration. We have all of the parts here, and in a regular class, I would take you through each one. You would have the chance to make this own drawing yourself and label all the different parts. Um, then I'm going to take you through each one of these different organisms and their respiration system. So in a insect like this grasshopper here, we have spiracles, which are like holes in the exoskeleton, and then trachea, which are just kind of like pipes that go all throughout the whole body of that insect. So really different than humans. We have birds that have air sacs, a total of 9 air sacs. So as they're breathing in, they're actually filling up their air sacs with air, and then it comes back through their lungs. So in through the trachea, lungs, air sacs, and then back through the lungs. And that allows them to keeps them light and buoyant. There's a lot of space, a lot of air within themselves. And also it allows them to do the really neat thing, which is singing that birds can do. We also look at a frog, and again, in a regular class, they would have a chance to draw this whole thing on their paper. So with a frog, they have lungs, but they also are able to breathe through their skin, which is especially helpful in because frogs like to hang out in low oxygen water, right, like just in puddles and things. So they're able to keep a low profile while still breathing through their skin or through their lungs if they're up out of the water. And then finally, we have a fish, and fish are able to breathe because they have gills that actually take in the dissolved oxygen from the water and use it that way. So certain types of water have more dissolved oxygen in them. Moving water does. So does cold water has more dissolved oxygen in it. So the fish have these filaments, and in a regular class, we would look in depth at that. So I would like to show you. I would like to show you the research that we use in this one. Oops, gotta go to classwork. Okay, here we go. So here's what you are going to be doing using those pictures that I showed you. And also I have links to, some articles here specifically about fish, specifically about, how do I get back? Oh, I'm not even showing this one. Share this tab. There we go. So specifically about fish, specifically about frogs, chickadees, all these different articles that you can take a look at to show you, to kind of explain that process more. And then your job is to write about it. So here's my example of something that I wrote. These are plant cells, how plant cells respire, because plants do respiration also. They're also breathing. Here is my diagram. And then I have this explanation here, the process of turning glucose sugar into oxygen and energy. We have this first, oxygen is coming in, then how it's processed, and finally how that oxygen is used. So here's your framework. Let me come back here. Your framework is this. Okay, so I'll give you some sentence starters here. How frogs respire. For example, you're going to put an image in there that you find on the internet. Your animal has a respiratory system that is similar to or different than humans. First, how the air comes in, which is similar or different to humans. And then how it is processed. And finally, like that whole process there. So this is similar to or different from humans because advantages and disadvantages. So this is going to help you to be able to read specific texts, pull out that information, and produce writing about